Hi everybody, I'm Dee.
And I'm Jay, and we are ParoDeeJay. Welcome to a very special video here on board Volendam.
We realized doing this series specifically, we have a lot of new eyes on the channel and people who may not know us, so we wanted to introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Dee.
I'm Jay, and we're ParoDeeJay.
Hey. So we wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about what we do on the ship besides being guests. We also have jobs as well. So I am a travel advisor, and I have been for about 4 years. So we're going to kind of take you through a sea day and how that looks with our work-life balance.
Yeah, true. And I've got notes on my phone down here. If you see me staring at the floor, I'm not being rude. I'm just kind of remembering what to say next because I forget a lot. Yeah, I think we touched on basically sort of the how we do what we do. My primary job, I guess, is the editing and the putting together of the content. So there we go.
You do a good job.
Thanks. We carry ParoDeeJay around in a little bag. Speaking of the content, the videos right now are on about a 2-week delay. If you want to keep up with us in more real time, we are on the Facebook, the Instagram, and the Twitter X, that one. So I'll put the links or captions or something so you know how to find us on our socials.
We put a picture pretty much every day. It's something that we're doing if it's important.
Yeah, you can see where we are right then, and then eventually you'll see the edited content when I get my act together and get
It'll all make sense
out there. True. So one thing that's been interesting about finding a sort of a work-life balance while basically living more than half the year on cruise ships is taking sea days and turning those into work days.
Yeah.
We don't record those because they're not that exciting, but we figured this will be a good chance to sort of show you what do we do on a daily like a video day where we're not vlogging that day.
Yeah, and this isn't going to be everybody's schedule. People are like, don't you get bored? We really don't, because we have other things going on in our lives to keep us busy. So here you go.
All right, so a typical non-vlogged sea work day, here we are.
So we generally wake up about 7:30 a.m. I wake up first and get Jay out of bed, which is sometimes a struggle.
I eventually get up and join the party. So then maybe 8 to about 8:20, we are getting ready for the day, doing all those fresh and clean, make ourselves smell good, you know, that stuff.
After that, we generally head up to the buffet for breakfast because you have a little more control over your food up there. From about 8:20 to 8:45, we eat breakfast. Tends to be the same thing every day, but we don't mind it. It's good.
Yeah, we do the same thing at home. We literally have the same breakfast every single day. Love it. 8:45, we're typically in the gym, and we'll spend, we have a cardio routine. Strength. You get down on the floor and do a little bit of fancy stuff and do core. We also hop on the treadmill for a little while. We're usually in the gym until about 10 o'clock, I would say.
Got to keep it going.
Yeah. Now, one thing I know people have asked about, we're going to have frequently asked questions later, but let's jump in here now. Why do you eat a big breakfast before you go to the gym? I know we've read pros and cons of, do you work out first? Do you eat first? I prefer eating first.
Well, from what I've read is if it's light exercise, you're not really supposed to eat beforehand. Maybe just like some, I don't know, like a protein drink or something like that. But if it's moderate to heavier exercise, they do suggest eating. And I would say what we do is moderate to heavy exercising because, it's like an hour of, constant exercising. So that's just what we do.
Well, good. I'm going to keep my breakfast first. So
whether it's right or wrong, who cares? And then from about 10 a.m. to noon, we come back to the cabin, cool off, and start our work session in the room. Yeah,
so thus begins the first section of work day. Now, 12 o'clock, belly's rumbling. We're going to jump out and have lunch. Now, that's either a buffet, the dive-in, or sometimes we do go to the dining room.
Yep. And we take all of our work items with us, which is like computer, phones, editing, stuff like that. And we go into the library area or the card room games, and we do a work session from about 12:30 until 4:30, and that's the majority of the work that we do.
Yeah. Now is where things start to get into fun time because we do get out and enjoy these evenings.
We do.
Come back to the room, 4:30 to 5:30-ish, we're getting ready for dinner. And then we'll jump out and have that dinner from about, sometimes we hit the buffet. We keep it easy. Sometimes we do go to the dining room. I've allotted in the schedule till about 6:45-ish for us to consume the dinner.
Yep, and then at 7 o'clock every night, there is a trivia. Sometimes it's music trivia. Usually it's lightning trivia, which we don't love as much. But we go do trivia because you got to keep your minds active. Plus, it's fun to hang out with fellow guests.
And we'll typically try to go see the evening show. They do have like an 8:30, usually a party or a game show that you can go to on some nights, and then other nights there will be early show, late show. We usually go late show. One thing that I do enjoy is they're bringing on a lot of local performers too, and we tried to include that in as many videos as possible, so that's been fantastic.
They've been amazing, yeah. And then generally 10 p.m., depending on the evening, we'll come back to the room, wind down, catch up on any last-minute work, read, maybe watch TV or a movie, and just kind of veg out and go to sleep.
Good night. And then usually we got a port the next day, and then it'll be a sea day the next day, and roll right back into work. So
yeah, it's definitely not a boring day.
No. Yeah, so far it's been a very balanced schedule on this cruise where it's been a port, and then the next day I've been able to edit that and get it done. Then we do a port, edit. It's been great.
Yeah, you are way caught up.
I know, right now. Well, okay, other than the video you're watching right now, that's the only thing that I still have left to edit. So as soon as we stop recording this, I'm going to go edit it, and it's going to be on the internet.
It's really good.
I guess the next thing I'm thinking of is the questions and answers. So as we've been posting, we've been getting a lot of the same questions over and over. So let's go ahead and throw that out there. And then we're going to be doing some more frequently asked questions. I'll get into that at the end.
Yeah.
So, thing number one that I wanted to do real quick before we get into the questions. People have said, oh my gosh, can you tell me all the ports you're going to or show a route map? Now, we did this in several live streams before we came, on the trip. But the new eyes, here it is. Look at all these ports. Essentially, this pole-to-pole concept is we are going south all the way down to Antarctica, and then we're slowly working our way up to the North Cape and then coming back around. It's a Florida round trip for us.
And most of these ports, other than the last half, like Norway, Greenland, Iceland, we have never done before. So it's really cool to go and experience new places and share them with you guys.
Yeah, and just the temperatures on the trip alone, we have gone from real hot and we're slowly working our way to real cold, because in real time we're off the coast of Chile right now heading to Antarctica.
Yeah.
So that's been fun. All right, so let's get into real questions.
So our first question is, why this cruise? We picked this cruise, like I just kind of touched on, is because we wanted to go to South America and a lot of these other really unique ports. And Holland America had this cool itinerary that I've never seen before. It's the longest cruise that we've ever done.
Yeah, single ship.
And it came at a decent price when I was looking for it. So we were like, you know what? We have the time and we want to do it. So we did it.
Yeah, this is our 134th cruise.
Yeah.
But who's counting?
Right.
And we have seen a lot of the Caribbean.
Oh, yes.
We have been blessed to see a lot of Alaska and Hawaii, things like that. The Norway, Iceland, Greenland. This is a lot of uncharted territory. So for me, it's Itinerary. I mean, we're going to Antarctica. We're going into the Amazon River. We're going to Africa. We're going
all over
everywhere.
the place.
We're going everywhere.
And so far, it's been amazing.
Now, speaking on something you touched on, another question we got a lot is, how much is the cost for a cruise like this? Because we have one booked this year, and we have one booked with Princess next year. A very similar number of days. And what are the inclusions? Though for the one this year, I think the standard going rate was about $30,000 per person for an interior cabin, which we are in a guarantee interior cabin. We basically just said, put us on the ship. And for us, there were no inclusions.
No, if you booked early, I think more than a year out, they were including the Have It All Plus, which included the drink package, which is 15 drinks a day, whether it's coffee, soda, bottled water, things like that. You get a couple of special dining menu options, or dining room options, some shore excursion credit, and Wi-Fi. Gratuities are never included. Oh, no, actually on Plus they are. Oh. Yeah. So that is what some of the people on the ship have. We do not.
I was gonna say, look at us booking so last minute that we didn't get any inclusions.
That's okay. Yeah.
And then, like for the one next year on Princess, we booked early enough to where we did get very many of those inclusions. It's a very similar price point.
Yeah.
But we got the inclusions next year, so wow.
And I have laundry.
And we have an ocean view. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. There's the next question.
Okay, so this is a very sought-after question, is how many people are on board with you? The count that they've told us that are on the entire, on board right now is about 800 people.
Yeah, but for the whole journey, like you were saying, because I want to include that in this question too, is about 600 people that are doing the entire Florida to Florida 133-day deal.
Yeah.
We've got a few stops along the way where we're going to trade people out, basically. Buenos Aires is the first one. From what I've heard, a handful of people are going to get off and some people are going to get on, but it's going to be a net loss of maybe 20 or 30 people. So we're still going to be in that 750 or 800 total people on board at that point. Barcelona is the next flip over city. A lot more people coming on in Barcelona.
I think we're going to be almost at capacity at that point, which is like 1,200, 1,300, something like that.
Yeah, then when we get to Emuten, just outside Amsterdam, some more people are going to come on.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go back to Florida. So by the time we get to Emuten, I'm pretty sure we're going to be a full ship.
Yes.
Any kids on board? That was another segment of this question.
So currently on this segment, up until Buenos Aires, we do have almost 2-year-old. That is the only child on board right now that I'm aware of. Other than there have been a few stops where some crew members' families have been able to get on. So there's been a few kids mixed in here and there. But yeah, that's it. And then I don't know about the other segments coming up. But none on the entire voyage, no.
Are we the youngest people on board? That's a frequent question, which thank you for that.
Thanks.
The answer is kind of yes.
Yeah, so for the entire world voyage, yes, I believe we are. But we have met some friends that are all getting off, sadly, in Buenos Aires who are around our same age. So we'll see who we get on in the next one and who we'll make friends with then. I was like, no.
We're just going to keep making friends with all the partials that come on.
No, it's cool, though.
All right.
Let's see. How are we liking the ship, the crew's cabin, and are we making friends? So, like I said just now, we are making friends, but sadly they're leaving in Buenos Aires. No, we've made friends with a lot of people. It depends on what your routine is. Like we have gym friends, we have trivia friends, we have excursion friends who we've gone on several different excursions with, who are like comfortable booking with independent tours, and then we have the ones that are ship excursion friends.
We see them on every ship tour we do.
So yeah, it's really easy to make friends because you see the same people, especially if you have the same interests. So that's been super simple and no drama. We're not drama people. We don't feed into it. Everybody is really nice. There's nobody that's like a grouch on here that we found or anything like that.
If they are, I'm going to record them. I'm not. I'm just kidding.
It's been lovely so far, which is refreshing.
Yeah, the ship is nice and small. It's easy to navigate. The cabin has treated us well. We're gonna do a future feature, like we teased earlier, of the how did we set up and organize our cabin. That'll be a separate video where we probably will answer some more of your questions at that point. How much luggage did we bring? We touched on that in the prep video, but some people didn't see that. We brought our level 8 suitcases, 4 in total, 2 for me, 2 for you. We each have our backpack, which I cram full of tech gear and stuff like that, and then you had a duffel, so 7 total pieces of luggage.
Yeah, and it all made here. Thank
nothing got lost. Yippee, fingers crossed. Oh, this one's for me. Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
How many socks did you bring? I appreciate you guys asking that one too. I did not pack 133 pairs of socks because I knew it was going to be like half and half ports and half, I don't wear them on the sea days. That's a secret. I don't wear funky socks on the sea days. I brought about a month's worth, and then it's wash, repeat, wash, repeat, wash, repeat. So for me, a month's worth is about 16 to 18 pairs because that's how many ports we have on any given month.
Yeah.
There we go. And that was really the end of the questions that I found. Like I said, we're still planning to do a cabin organization video.
Yes.
What else have we thought of?
Some special features, probably. Like there's some fun events coming up. Like we've got Mardi Gras tonight. We have Glamp Out, which is like camping outside on the pool deck, but we're not really sleeping out there.
True.
But they do really fun things on these longer voyages that get people involved, and they've really thought it out, and their scheduling's good. I really enjoy the cruise director and his talks. The crew has been phenomenal. We've become friends with a lot of the crew, actually. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think we said we would do like a maybe what do we put in our day bag when we go ashore type of a video, except that would be probably very short, but we'll incorporate it somehow. And we're going to have some sea day compilations coming up. We've recorded, like Valentine's Day, we recorded that as a proper experience. We'll be recording St. Patrick's Day, I think, as a proper full video.
We stayed pretty busy.
That fun stuff. And of course, other questions. So I think the only approved routes, because, it's hard to look through your messenger and your everything for questions. So if you have a question that you still would like to have answered that we didn't touch on, put it in the comments of this video on YouTube or the comments of the Facebook page post where you see this video. I don't think I'm going to be able to field Instagram or Twitter or personal, like, private messages. So I'll go through the video comments in those 2 sections. We can do it, preferably on YouTube because that drives the algorithm. Anyway, that's that's all I've got.
Yeah, and if you guys aren't aware, we do have a Facebook page. If you want to follow along there, it's ParoDeeJay. And we also have a Facebook group, ParoDeeJay Shenanigans Squad.
That's
a
the one.
mouthful
Just
right there.
Make sure you answer the entry question so I know you're not a robot. If you don't answer them, you don't get in.
Yeah, it's a very fun group. Everybody's really cool and helps out with travel advice and stuff. So that's really nice.
Yeah, but I think that's it for this video. So thanks for tuning in and checking out this little special feature. We'll be back to the regular vlogs on the standard Monday, Wednesday schedule soon. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know, there's 3 days. But that's it. So if you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Become a Paromaniac today. Socialize all our medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yep, and until next time,
rock on.